Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is part 2 of my giant Stackry unboxing video. And last time I actually unboxed a lot of really cool things. I'm going to do some more of that right now. And I think I got to reach down into the box below me and pull out some stuff. So I'm just going to pull out some stuff, going to show it to you. You're going to be excited. You're going to be like, wow. And we're going to have fun. So I'm actually going to pull out slabs. So there's so many slabs in there. I just figured, hey, I'll just grab a stack of slabs. So this is just a group of slabs. And it's well wrapped slabs because that is a good thing. Ah, I'm being attacked. Bubble wrap attack. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is actually a really great wow. Okay, so this is a really great bunch of slabs. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. The first one is actually, I'm gonna take it out of the bag because it's such a great book. Okay, so this is ENIAC number 2, and it's in a 9/8. Just a really great book. I got it in auction where nobody bid on it, and I got it for like the cost of the slab. I paid $30 for it. So I love it when you can get a slab and it's shipped and everything, and it's just the cost of the cost of the slab. So this is a really cool comic too. This is the first printing. It's from Bad Idea. So Bad Idea is a really interesting company, and I actually at first had my doubts about ENIAC and all these kind of Bad Idea books. But then I decided, hey, I'll read it. You can find it online. I decided to read it online. And I read ENIAC. It's like, I think it's 6 books or like 4. I think, no, it's 4 books. It's 4 books long. And it's a really great story. It's about this supercomputer, basically with AI. And it has the nuclear technology. Like it controls the nuclear codes. So it can drop bombs wherever it wants. It can do crazy things. And they try to connect it with actual history, which is really interesting. So it was just a really great story. I really enjoyed it. So I'm like, I got to get the set. I actually ordered number 1 in a 9/8 and number 2 in 9/8, and then I bought the others as raw comics. So I was quite excited to get this one. Really great read. I highly recommend ENIAC number 1 from Bad Idea. So Bad Idea, it's interesting. The way that they do it is they have a first print, and then they have what's called not a first print. And basically that's the second printing. But it's like print on demand, so you always can get it whenever you want. So they try to make it so that the comics are collectible because you can buy the first print, which is the not first print, and the first print, those can go up in value because they're quite rare. Very low print runs on these, and it's one of those things. It's cool collectible. But then if you're still interested in buying the comic, you can buy it whenever you want, and you get that not a first print issue. So never buy the not first print issues for more than cover price because they're really only worth cover price. Now, the next one is also from Bad Idea, and this is Tankers. I haven't read this one yet, but it's a really cool idea. I haven't read it yet. This is Tankers number 1, and it's also in a 9/8. And it's, again, I got it like from the same guy. He wasn't very lucky about getting people bidding on his stuff. So I bid on both of them, and I got it for basically the cost of the slab, which is always great. But the story is that in the future, oil runs out, and what they do is they go back in time to basically save the dinosaurs and try to make sure that there's always a source of oil for the future. So I thought that was kind of cool. I like time travel, and I like dinosaurs, and I like a whole bunch of interesting things like that. So I thought it was a really great story idea. I'm going to read it later once I get the time, if I ever get time. So So that's Tankers number 1. I'm going to have like a little collection of bad idea books. I actually think that maybe they're not such a bad idea after all. They produce really good stuff. Okay, the next one is, this is a pure cover buy. One of, to me, the best Catwoman covers of all time. And this is Catwoman 51. And it's where she's kind of doing that police lineup kind of photo, and she's got like her makeup's all smeared, and it's just a really sexy cover. It's by Adam Hughes. I'm just reading it. There's nothing special about the book. I'm just trying to find out if there's anything special, but it's just one of those ones that's really popular for the cover. This is a pure cover buy, and just so you know, buying covers purely for the cover isn't a bad spec. I actually believe that it's a really good spec. If you think about the Golden Age books, the ones that are the hottest aren't necessarily key books or anything. They're just ones that have really, really great covers. And I think people will generally gravitate to certain covers that they realize are brilliant. L.B. Cole or Matt Baker or Alex Schomburg. Well, Adam Hughes is kind of like that level of today's modern artists. So I really love this cover. It's like really one of my favorite Catwoman covers. I just think it's such a sexy, and there's so much, you can almost sense there's a story there too, like just that whole police lineup thing, and I just think it's a great cover. Really like it, really quite happy about it. So and it's like she's crying a bit, kind of awesome. So I like that one. Okay, now we're going to show some those are some big slabs, but this is way bigger. This is like a really major slab, and I won this in an eBay auction. It is not a high grade. It is a 0.5. And the reason it's a 0.5 is the 2 center wraps are missing. So again, with Golden Age comics, it's really annoying that often the staples that they used really were not good enough. They were kind of weak in terms of going deep enough to hold those internal wraps. And this is no different from that. This is from 1948. And this is Sun Girl. And it's a Ken Ball cover. This is Sun Girl number 3. And if you remember my top 10 list of comics that I wanted to get for the year, well, this is one of them. Not necessarily this issue, but Sun Girl. I was hoping to get Sun Girl number 1, but this is, well, this third best thing. I don't know. So this is like her third appearance. But it's just I really like this whole like good girl art style and the character. So I like Golden Age female characters. So I was quite happy to pick this up, even though it is a 0.5 grade. It's kind of annoying that it is incomplete, but sometimes you get what you get. And it was affordable. Because it is incomplete, I paid $180. Now that sounds like a lot for an incomplete book, but it is a very expensive book in a higher grade. And it presents really well. When it's in the slab, do you really notice that it's incomplete? Probably not. So, yeah. So I really like that book, though. That's one of those ones where, it's debatable whether you would crack it open and find like a coverless comic and, switch it out, right? Okay, so this is a bundle of books. This is the bundle that I didn't show in the last video. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Pulp Viking, who watches the channel, he actually recommended a bunch of books on his channel, and I recommend you check out Pulp Viking's channel. And this was one of them and I ended up reading it. It kind of reminded me of Lord of the Rings. This is Elf Lord. And basically I bought the set. So this is Elf Lord number 1. And on the back is Elf Lord number 2. they were really lazy about bagging these. They just put them together. So Elf Lord number 3. And then on the back, Elf Lord number 4. So I got the little set of Elf Lord there. And then we got Elf Lord number 5. And on the back is Elf Lord number 6. You know, I think because I got them for such a great deal, I paid $10 for the set. So sometimes they cheap out on certain things. So they cheaped out on the bags and boards. So this is Elf Lord number, what is it? Number 8 or 7? Number 7. And on the back is Elf Lord number 8. And then we got, I actually read these all. So this is Elf Lord number 9 and Elf Lord number 10, volume 2. These are all from volume 2. So this is Elf Lord number 11 and Elf Lord number 12. Elf Lord number 13. And I'm not sure if you're getting to see these that well. Elf Lord number 14. It's, as I said, if you like Elf Quest or Lord of the Rings, you'd probably enjoy this one. Elf Lord number 15. And Elf Lord number 16. So as I said, I just bought the whole set. It was really cheap because nobody bid on it. And I bid on it and got it. So I was like, I'm totally happy paying very little for a set. So this is Elf Lord number 17? No? Yeah, 17. And Elf Lord number 18. And Elf Lord number 19. And Elf Lord number 20. So that's the whole Elf Lord set. And it was a pretty big set, you can see. Like a whole bunch of books. 20 books in all. And I think it was $10. 10, maybe $20, maybe. I think I'm remembering correctly. I think it was like, first bid was $10 and that's all I bid and I won it. So I was quite happy. Okay, I'm going to grab 2 more slabs. Boom, 2 more slabs. And then I will show one more thing after that. And then, okay, so, oh, this is a really great one. So this is another one that was on my list of comics to get for this year. Okay, and there's a bit of a story behind it. So what happened was I put out at the very beginning of the year a video saying these are the top 10 comics that I really, really want to get for the year. And it included Sun Girl, as I showed. It included Sunny number 12, which was actually in the unboxing yesterday. Or whenever I showed it, whenever I put it up. And the other ones are like, you know, Fun Stuff Comics or something like that. And like, I'm just trying to remember all the ones on my list. And Wonder Woman number 2. So this one guy that was viewed, like everyone was like, oh, you shouldn't tell people what you're looking for. You know, everyone else is going to start looking for those books too. And then you'll get priced out and you won't be able to buy them. And they'll become really, really expensive. And I was actually a little bit concerned. But then somebody that watches my channel, his name's Lance, Lance wrote to me and said, hey, I have 2 of the books that you mentioned. And do you want to work out a deal to buy both of them? And I was like, sure. And actually, I was kind of broke at the time because I had just bought a whole bunch of books. And I was like, and I said, can I just wait a couple of weeks to send payment to you? And he was like, sure, you can send the payment whenever. And he already sent the books. He sent them to my Stackry account. I'm like, I didn't pay you yet. Do you really trust me? I could be like a totally shady guy. And he was like, yeah, I trust you. I'm like, okay. So, and we worked out a really great deal. He was really generous about the deal he gave me. And I was really quite happy that he was willing to be so generous with the deal. So thank you, Lance. Thank you, thank you. And one of the books that he had was this one. This is Captain Britain #1, the first appearance of Captain Britain, and it has the free glasses, the free mask, I should say, inside, and it's also signed by Chris Claremont. It's so cool. So it's a certified signed one. And it's just, it's a really great comic. A 9.0 too. Really high grade. Looks beautiful. Just a really great comic. And it's just so you know, these books, this is from 1976, and this has white pages. And it was the Captain Britain ones were terrible in terms of the paper quality that they used. And they're almost like they're very thin. They're not like a thick book at all. They're very thin, and they're in this magazine style, almost like oversized comic. And what that meant, though, is very few of these actually, were able to be preserved in a high grade, because most people have long boxes or like not the big wide boxes that you need to put a magazine like this in. So it's hard to find it in high grade. And it's just a really great book to get. So this is a Chris Claremont story, and Harry Tripe and Fred Kinda art. So Larry Leiber art, a cover. So just a really great one. I like the fact that it comes with the free mask. I actually almost bought this book, but every time they didn't have the mask, and I was like, oh, I don't like. Personally, I don't like incomplete books, even though I do buy incomplete books sometimes. But I just, when it lacks that cool little toy that should be inside, I really don't like that. So I like the fact that it has the cool toy. So that's Captain Britain #1. And that was on my top 10 list of comics that I was trying to get this year. Now the next one, I believe this is the second of those. This is also from my list of top 10. So this is also from Lance. He wrapped it really well. I think because this one's even more of a valuable book, he went over the top in wrapping it up and protecting it. So that's a really good job, really great job of protecting this book. So it had 2 layers of bubble wrap. So I'm on the second layer of bubble wrap now. And this is a really great book. I'm super excited to get this one. Okay. So this is Wonder Woman #2. Now it is restored. So I knew that before buying it, and he actually shared me the numbers and everything, the code, so I could look up the books. And it has moderate restoration, which is not the greatest, but and it's semi-professional restoration. It is trimmed, so that's not a good thing. So it's not one of those restorations where you can undo the restoration. It is restored, and generally that kind of kills the price. And when I negotiated with Lance, he was like, "Oh, I know you're really strict, you're a really hard negotiator," and I basically negotiated on this one pretty heavily because of those factors. And I was really basing it on that real. It's a bit of a killer in terms of the price. The fact that it is a moderate restoration and it's not professional. So. And it's trimmed. That's the big one. That's a big killer for the value of the book. So I kind of negotiated with him on a fair price based on all those factors. And at first he was like a little bit, I think my price was a little bit low for what he wanted maybe. But eventually he agreed to it. So I think I kind of persuaded him with the logic of my my argument that the restoration really does kill the value. Now, it doesn't kill the value as much in the lower grades. Like this is a 3.5, but it still does definitely hurt the value. Now, this is Wonder Woman number 2, and Wonder Woman number 2 has the origin and the first appearance of Mars, so one of the gods. And it's just a really great early Wonder Woman comic. So now I have 1 and 2 and 3. I just missed 4, and then I have 5 and up. So I just need number 4, and I'll have the first 10 or 11 actually. So yeah, so I'm trying to get the last few. I'm missing 17 issues in all from Wonder Woman, and there's 329 issues. So this was one of the ones that was on my top 10 list of comics I wanted to get this year. That makes super excited to get it. And it's from 1942. This is just a really great comic. So yeah, Wonder Woman number 2. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm going to show you one last thing, and it is, wow. Okay. This one might not be as small as I thought. Okay, it looks like a whole bunch of books stacked very tightly together. Oh, okay. It's not what I thought it was. I was like, oh, is this books? Why is it so tight looking? It's not books. This is not books, but it is something cool. So, I bought some boards, but these aren't any just normal, like this kind of board. These are the clear boards. So I have a bunch of comics that have really great wraparound covers. So I figured I'd buy 25 boards. They're about $1 each. So it's pretty expensive to buy these boards. They're very firm. They're actually as firm individually as the actual comic boards, maybe even like 2 comic boards. So they're much more rigid, and they allow you to see through through the board. So they're completely clear, and it allows you to see those comics with wraparound covers. So I have a lot of really great wraparound covers that need these boards. So I bought 25. I'm going to test them out, and if I like it, I'm going to buy some more, because it's one of those things where I have lots of wraparound covers that I really want to be able to look at, and not being able to see that back kind of bothers me. So I'm really glad to get these. So this is Comic Clear. So if you ever want to buy these, I recommend don't buy them from them. I know that sounds really weird. Like, usually you want to go buy it from the dealer, all right? Do not do that. Do not buy it from the dealer. So when you go to buy it from the dealer, they don't offer free shipping. And the price is basically the same as what happens on eBay. So I noticed, I went to their site. Actually, I was going to buy it from them, and I noticed that the price was not any better than eBay, and it actually had shipping additional. So I thought, hey, I'll just get it from eBay, get the free shipping, because some of the vendors on eBay will offer free shipping. So I paid, actually, it was a little bit less than $1 a board. It was $20 for the package. So just a little bit of free advice. If you want to get these for your collection, get it from eBay. Pay about $20 for a stack of 25. And I highly recommend it if you have those wraparound covers. I wouldn't recommend it on books that are like, who cares if you see the back? Usually on the back it's just like some silly ad. But with these ones, if you have a wraparound that's really great, these are the kind of boards you want to use. And I'll probably do a video just about that product where I review it, because I haven't tested it out yet. And I'll do a video with that, and I'll show you some kind of cool wraparound covers. Okay, so that is the part 2 unboxing. I still have a lot more to go. I'm debating, should I do one more and then no, I don't know. You'll have to wait one more. There's going to be another unboxing. So part 3 next time. So thanks for watching. Please leave comments below and like, subscribe and stuff. And check me out on Instagram as well. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.